Your everyday superpower, the place where you learn about body language, human relationships, human dynamics, game, everything in between. Two links down in the description of the video. One takes you to a YouTube playlist where you learn how to read the minds of others through their subconscious behavior. It's one I've compiled. Second is to the Patreon, where you're going to join me in watching first dates. I'm going to show you attraction cues, repulsion cues. You'll take that to the real world. You become Casanova, full stop. Right, moving on. Today, I'm going to talk about your journey into learning how to read others through their subconscious behavior, through their nonverbal behavior, and how surreal it tends to come as you continue down the rabbit hole and you can't help but live your life without having social interactions and garnering this surplus of incredible information, naturally speaking, out of your own interest from person to person to person. I mean, we as human beings have an inbuilt like pattern recognition wiring that allows us to escape threat and allows us to survive and make sense of the world. Arguably, where our conscious stemmed from, the recognition of patterns. And when you continue educating yourself about body language, learning how to read people, it becomes ever so surreal because you see everything, whereas the people around you see nothing, or at least can make their own minds up of what they've seen and experienced through their own perception and observations. But we lose contact, we lose connection with that particular perspective because we're long gone, we're down the rabbit hole. I've called this channel Everyday Superpower because it quite literally is a superpower to read the minds of others, to become psychic through understanding this magic is absolutely otherworldly. I promise you that. I promise you. You'll be in a group of people and you will listen to somebody talk and you'll see, deceitful moments, inflections in the voice which run contrary to the character they're trying to put on. You'll see signals of fear, micro expressions in relation to their opinions of others, and you'll think, did nobody else see that? Does everybody else see that? Am I the only one who sees that? And you can't run through life continuously asking those around you as to whether they see through the same set of eyes you do. Arguably, your fellow woman might have a little more of you know, an in tune sense of what's going on through their own survival biological mechanisms to ensure that they are physically safe. But your fellow man, you're so far beyond him as far as your social calibration is concerned. And I would be honest and say, in a way, it becomes somewhat uncomfortable at times because, in relation to the saying that ignorance is bliss, you start to find this undercurrent of information that betrays most things people really go forth and put out into the world. I mean, if you didn't believe politicians initially, wait until you learn this. It's absolutely unbelievable. The people who you once thought were your friends, you'll start to see how they really feel towards you, and on a deeper level, your family. Um, it becomes hard to trust because although somebody might give you a white lie, you still perceive them as a liar because you can see the cues and understand. So it becomes incredibly dialed in, your connection to other human beings, but more so on your side of things because they don't see the world through your eyes. But that doesn't stop you from being paranoid and believing there's a potential that they can see what you can see. And I say that because you become so content and comfortable in understanding this as years go on down the line. You forget what the baseline understanding of reading people is. Everybody knows about body language. Everybody has some sort of philosophy and experience regarding body language, but to what extent, to what degree? No one's picked up the books, let's be fair. Nobody's pursued the information beyond a YouTube top 7 signs he likes you video. Generally speaking, it doesn't tend to be the case that people find an in-depth fascination in this. You can be fascinated in everything, so we're special in being interested in this. It's definitely one of my more what would you call it, specialized interests, and it's ever so incredible yet ever so bizarre to walk out into this world having this mind's eye that can get under the skin of those around me. And you're interested in it, you're here. You can tell me just as much, but I'm using this video as an expression of the ups and downs. It's a blessing and a curse, honestly. Because imagine if you were proud of something and you see disdain and envy reflected in those who you love in relation to your success, in relation to good news, in relation to whatever you choose. It's undeniable, it's a part of life, it's human nature, but now it's clear as day. Let's continue onwards. I'm gonna see you in a moment. That was some game. Click like and subscribe. Peace.